But look, man, we won. We finally dropped 30 on a season. It pretty much took the national media bullying us to pretty much say, hey, let's call it competent offense. Now, I want to talk about this one particular concept that really just unlocked the offense. And you can run it so many different ways. And you can tell by the thumbnail of the video, I'm talking about the choice concept. Now, if you don't know what the choice concept is, it's really just like, it's like one of the simplest concepts to run, even though it's like very nuanced. But if you don't know what that is, I'm going to teach y'all in this video. So if y'all do enjoy this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more. So let's go and get into the tape. But first, we're going to break down what a choice concept is. So I have my hands on a Kyle Shanahan playbook. It's the 2018 49ers, as you can see by the logo, but here's the routes. So this is a choice route right here. So it says slightly missed the count. That has everything to do with the release and the timing of the whole thing. Push to 46 yards with a three-way go. That means you can go out, in, or just sit it down, possibly even go up if they want to tag it. You know, that's a week-to-week thing. And then it says you must beat the man over you. If you went inside, take the big play. It is the QB's responsibility to prevent, the blow-up hit. So that means any hospital ball, that's on the quarterback and not you. And then, if there's nobody matching you being the man, you find the soft spot versus the zone. And now the two routes that work off of this is the choice out and the choice out China. So this one is arc release chasing the outside hip of the near receiver, push 46 yards, and then break out. This is pretty much a predetermined choice route, as you can see right here. So that means you're always going to break out. That means this route is locked. You're always going to go out. This is used to give the illusion that, hey, we're still running a choice route, but then we're just going to break out. And, you're going to see what I'm talking about, when we get into the film. And then the third route that's associated with this is the choice out China. So it says run a choice out route, get to the outside edge of the numbers, then break down and burst back inside. So it's like a zig route basically from Madden. And I think it's important we go over, the running back choice route because it's pretty much the same thing. So look, free release outside and take a vertical stem to get to 46 yards at depth, read the defender in front of you, win, and get open. Versus zone, sit down in the open area versus man coverage, beat the defender outside or inside at a 45-degree angle and stay on the move. This is key. You have to stay on the move. And then, if you're hot, which means, there's an unaccounted for defender blitzing from your way, you run a flat route and get your head around quickly. And once again, it's the same thing, with the choice out, same thing, but you're just going to predetermine breakout with the same hot rules. So let's get into like the actual install stuff. All right, so here's like the 2016 Falcons stuff. This is the Super Bowl playbook, y'all. So look, check it out. You see that, choice is pretty much a split field concept right here. You got the choice concept right here. You got something else right here, okay? You can motion into it. You can motion across and get into it. You see, you could do it with the tight end. You could do it, with the receivers, all of that. So once again, it's like a very versatile whole like concept, right? But the main thing is it's a half field concept because you could also build it into a pure progression, but for the most part, half field. And just to show you what a pure progression will look like, that means you will read this choice first, read the corner, and then you will progress across the field because it will be 1, 2, 3, and this will be your 4 and your outlet right here. So it's real versatile. It could be a split field, it could be a full field. So I'm gonna show y'all the film now. Let's get into it. All right, so this is the first completion of the game. So this is what we're getting here. We're going to have Drake. He's going to motion all the way across the formation, and he's going to be running a choice out. So we read that before. It's an arc release, and he's going to break out, okay? Kyle's going to be running a corner route. Then you're going to have Bijan running a choice route, okay? So that means he's going to go about 4 to 6. He could break out or break in, all right? Mooney's going to be running a post, once again, just to clear out that space right there. But as you can see, he has options. He can work this right here, the front side smash, or he can come back to his choice route, right? And it's just depending on what Mike's want or what Mike wants to do. Now, defensively, they're going to rock and roll these safeties. So he's going to come down and play the curl flat, okay? You're going to have 2 hook curls in the middle, your other curl flat, and then you're going to play, cover 3 behind it. So that's 3 deep, 4 underneath. Now, typically, you wouldn't want to read a smash versus cover 3 because, it's accounted for top and bottom. However, the miscommunication causes Kyle Pitts to just run completely wide open, and it was a free explosive on the first drive of the game. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, too. So check it out. We're going to roll it through, and we're going to look at the bottom first. So look, they're going to rock and roll the safeties, as you can see. He's going to go back up to the post. He's going to come down and play curl flat, and you're going to see it causes some indecision right here by this guy right here, and then Kyle just runs right behind him, and it's a free explosive off of that, and now we're in field goal range, okay? But also, look at the top of the screen. We were setting this up the entire game. So you're going to see Bijan. He's running his choice route. So look, it said before, mistime the release. So he's going to slow play it, do the false step, get upfield, and then break inside. So once again, you're supposed to be reading the leverage of this guy right here, okay? So if he's on your outside shoulder, you're going to break in. Okay. If he's right here, you're going to break out. If everybody's backing off and playing zone coverage, you're just going to hook it up. That's as simple as it is. Okay. And they were setting it up the entire game. Now, even though Mike didn't throw it that way first, you see, when they got to the sideline, they were probably telling Zac, hey, this is what they're doing. This is how they're calling or playing it. And this is why we needed Zac on the sideline, okay? Now, this is the next drive, basically the same formation. We're going to get the same thing, okay? This time it's going to be an actual choice route, okay? Kyle is going to be running his clear out. You're going to get a choice route by Drake, okay? Remember, break in, break out, or sit it down. You're still going to get your post by Mooney, and then you're still going to get your choice route by Bijan, okay? Same thing. We just making it look different. We didn't add the motion this time. Okay. Once again, Mike just has to pick where he wants to go, and he goes right to Drake again, and we're gonna get a good gain out of it. Okay. So look, he goes to Drake's side again. He's kind of favoring that side anyways, and it's a free catch. Almost converted this one, but look, once again, as you can see, let's look at Bijan again. He's slow playing a release, and he's gonna just sit it down this time because look, he's reading those defenders and he's seeing, hey, he's backing off. He can't affect me. So I could just hook this up and get an easy completion. And this is going to set it up for later in the game when we get a big play off of this. All right, now this time, this is literally the same drive on a 3rd and short. We're going to motion over David Seals. And this is still going to cause some eye candy because we're not even going to look his way. He's going to be running a dig across the field. We're going to have Kyle Pitts run a shallow. Okay, Charlie Warner's going to check and then get out the other way. Check burst, actually. Then, once again, you're going to get Mooney clearing out space right here. And Bijan's going to be running a choice out this time, okay? He's not going to read it. It's a predetermined breakout. You don't want to run a choice route in this situation because you have a route coming into your airspace. So if you were to break in, that's a muddy picture for a quarterback, and you don't want that. So it's an actual lock choice out, okay? And you're going to see they came right back to it. Same play, critical situation in the red zone, okay? Look at this. Motion across. We're going to see Bijan. He slow plays a release again. He's reading these guys, okay? Now, you still breaking out regardless. You still want to see what they're doing, getting a feeling for them. And as you can see, having this lock choice out is good because you have this guy bailing. He's too far away to even affect this play. And once again, 3rd and short, free pitch and catch for a 1st down. Like, come on, man. Zac should have always been on the sideline because this was some great in-game stuff right here from Zac adjusting on the fly. Now, this one is in the 2nd quarter now, so we're going to just give him a plain look this time. We're still going to be running our choice route. We're going to go about 4 to 6. We could break out, break in, or just sit it down. We're still going to have our post route by David Seals to clear out space. And Bijan's going to run his choice route again. Same thing, y'all. Same thing. We're going to work this side first because if you watch the pregame breakdown video, I told you they like to do their crazy coverage rotation. So he's going to bail all the way out. And then he's just going to reroute Kyle and kind of just sit here. And there's a big void right here to just sit it down and catch and run. Okay, we're going to see what I'm talking about right here. So they're going to rotate to Tampa 2. So remember, it may look like cover 3, but it's Tampa 2 because he's going to a deep half. He's getting to a deep half. He's just kind of sitting here playing the middle run through. These guys are redirecting like they're playing, cover 2. Okay. And you still have your hook droppers right here. Okay. But still, once again, you see Drake is just sitting down in open space and Mike is already, on wavelength with him, and it's a pitch and catch. We should have converted this 1st down, but I'm not complaining. But as you can still see, this choice concept is just killing these guys, bro. All right, now skipping ahead to the 3rd quarter, this is once again just the same thing. We're not going to worry about the coverage per se, but let's check it out. So we're going to be getting a post route by Casey Washington. We're going to get a Zorro route by Drake Leonard. So that means he's going to act like he's running a snag, and he's going to just keep going back across the field. Okay, we're going to get a clear out by Kyle Pitts. Okay, then we're going to get, once again, the route we've been talking about all game, the choice route right here. So this time we actually go to him. It's a 2nd and long. And I would say it's kind of a critical situation because you're 2nd and long, you're kind of backed up, and you don't want to get in 3rd and long and punt the ball right back. Okay, so let's look at what Mike does. We're going to look at also what Bijan does too because, look, this is perfect. So he's getting out on this route, he's getting to his depth, and he's squaring the defender up. And now, if you ever watch, Gruden's quarterback camp or whatever, Andrew Luck did the choice concept install, and he was like, you want to beat him across his face and keep on the move. And as you can see, he's squaring them up. And once you get him squared, you beat him inside, it's over with. You never want the offensive player to cross your face if you're on defense. So he's still squaring them up. And boom. He's giving him too much space. This is way too much space for Bijan, right? That's about 3 to 4 yards of space. If you want to give him that much space, you might as well say you lost the rep, because there's no way you can recover from this. I don't care if you're Patrick Surtain, bro. You're not going to, beat Bijan by playing 4 yards off. Mike gives him a little high of a ball, because if he catches this in stride, bro, he's turning this up and he's cribbing it. Like, he's lucky, bro. This defense is lucky Mike put that, high across the middle, because, oh my gosh, that could have been a touchdown pass right there off of a simple choice concept, y'all. But as you can see, they came right back to it because it was working all game and they couldn't do anything to stop it. Now, 3 minutes later, in a similar 2nd and 8 situation, they got tired of Bijan running these choice routes. So he's going to just do a choice out right here, okay? Not an actual choice route, but a choice out. Then you're going to have Casey Washington running a corner route. You're going to have Kyle Pitts running a China route. You're going to have Drake just running a simple basic, okay? And so, once again, they got tired of this choice concept beating them, because these guys saw it earlier in the drive and they kind of figured what was coming. They just like, okay, now he's just right here. Now he's flanking instead of being right here in the backfield. Pretty much the same thing, okay? But let's look at what happens. So we're going to see that Marshawn Lattimore, I think this is Marshawn, yeah, he comes down and he wants to, disrupt the timing of this, because they've been drilling this all game. And so they're in cover 2 this time, or Tampa 2 rather. I just moved it out the way. But look, you see, you're supposed to, as a corner in cover 2, you're supposed to, reroute them and then sink. Okay, you want to get up underneath this route that's going right into the weakness of cover 2. So he had his hands on him just a little bit too long, and Mike has the arm to get it there. Okay, so once again, like this choice route, it started to open things up later in the game, and as you can see, Casey Washington got a free explosive off of it, because guess what? He was worried about getting beat by Bijan. And it was like, oh, now there goes Casey Washington. And now we got a first down at midfield. So, man, this is crazy play calling right here. Now, once again, going back, to the same thing on the very same drive. I want to just show y'all what they doing coverage-wise, because this is intriguing me. So, they're in Tampa 2 once again. We're going to get our 2 deep halves right here. Okay, we're going to get our middle run through, our hook seam defenders, and our flat defenders, okay? 2 deep fine underneath. But they're going to rotate him right here. He's going to play a deep half. He's going to rotate to his deep half. Boom, 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 boom. Like this is a good coverage rotation to fool any quarterback, but still, this is Mike we're talking about, okay? So we're going to get, once again, a double choice concept. So we're going to get somebody to run off coverage right here, and he's just going to find the soft spot, basically, because this is zone coverage. So there's no in or out this time. There's only a sit down, okay? We're still going to get the clear out route by Casey right here. Still just going to sit it down instead of just, breaking out or breaking in. Pick a side, whichever, the leverage that you like, okay? And so since the coverage rotation is going to be going this way, okay, that's going to leave it a void right here, because normally that wouldn't be there if it's, regular cover 2, okay? Well, it would be, but still, that's an open hole that you don't want to have, in that zone, because he's supposed to at least come over at Troy Amos. That's what I'm referring to. But look, check this out. So we're going to play this through. You see the coverage rotation start to take shape, okay? You see what I'm talking about? That void is right there. It's open on both sides, actually. That's how you know you're doing a good job, when more than one guy's getting open. Look at that. Even Kyle got open, okay? So you're going to see, once again, choice concept, hit him, easy 6 yards. Now you're in 3rd and 2, okay? And the very next play, guys, they come back to the same thing. And all it is a matter of window dressing. So that means we're just going to get into the same thing, but make it look different. So we're going to motion over Drake, and he's going to be running a crossing route. He's just getting across the field, okay? Casey Washington is going to clear out coverage once again, and you're going to have Bijan on a choice route. So we already know what this is. I ain't got to explain it once again. So look, as you can see, this was just perfect play calling. We're going to get a mandatory outside release by Kyle. So if we got a one-on-one, we want to take it. We're going to take it. And we're going to get a check wide by Charlie Warner, okay? But we're mainly trying to hit this over here because we have 3 guys in one area. So let's look at it. So 3rd and 2, crucial down at midfield. You're not in field goal range. You're pretty much in no man's land. What do you got for me, Mike? So we're still going to get this choice right here. So look, let's look at the defenders. We're supposed to be reading. Where is this guy going? He's going this way. Bobby Wagner, he's just looking at him. He's not even trying to go out there and match him aggressively, okay? So he's still about 10-ish yards away. I'm sitting that down. The nearest guy outside, he's still bailing. So what does Bijan do? He's going to sit it down right at the sticks, give him a good big target to hit, and boom. First down, now we're in field goal range. We're inside the 30. Like, and this was a gotta have it moment, and we came right back to what's been working all game. Like, I like this by Zac. And then on the put away drive, once again, this choice concept that was killing them all game, it affected them again. So now they just opted to go straight up man-to-man coverage. So we're going to get Kyle running a corner route. This is the one where it was DPI, or defensive holding, I think. You're going to have Drake motion over and then go back out and run this choice out. You're going to have a dig on the backside, and then you're going to have a China route by Ray Ray. And so still we're looking up here. Once again, they're in man-to-man coverage because that choice route was killing them. You want to actually account for somebody with this choice route now, but now you leave Kyle Pitts one-on-one with the safety. Now that's the dilemma that you have now. So we get some solid protection up front. Mike is comfortable. He's been feeling it all game. He's just going to let it rip, right? Because he beat him at the top of the route. Boom, 22 yards on a 3rd and medium. And that's how we keep the drive alive, y'all. Like, this is amazing stuff right here. And then this one right here was on the put away drive, you know, the very next 3rd down where Mike pretty much put these guys away. We're going to get Drake. He's going to be motioning over like he's going across the formation, run back out and do an out route, okay? We're going to get a clear out by Casey Washington again. I think this is pretty much like a middle read route where you read it based off the safety's leverage. So if he's sitting inside, you break out. He's getting off the hash, you break in. I think that's pretty much what this is. I've come to that conclusion. But now, once again, Bijan's running this choice route. And ideally, you want to break inside now because you already have somebody outside of you. But generally, you probably want to sit this down, okay? So now they done started accounting 4 guys for the bunch. So you have 3, probably 5, actually. So they probably got 5 now because he's right here. He could drop out. You have 3 guys for the bunch, and then you have somebody over top. So let's look at it, okay? We're going to get the motion. Now we know we're in man coverage, okay? We're going to see now that there's somebody, you know, right there aggressively matching them on, you know, having inside leverage. He's going to break out. Cool. But this is going to leave Drake London one-on-one with Marshall Lattimore, who's been getting cooked all game. So now, boom, easy catch and throw for, you know, another 1st down conversion on a put away drive, because guess what? These guys, they just could not stop this one route. There were some things, like even last year, where some things work, then we would get away from it. No, let's keep doing it. Let's find different ways to do it, and let's make them stop it. So this is 10 plays of us running basically the same thing over and over again, and these guys having no answer for it despite the adjustments. So Zac, you did your big one on this one today. Time will tell if Zac moving to the sideline actually helped, but that's an encouraging sign to see, you know, your guys giving you real-time feedback and saying, hey, let's keep going, let's keep doing this. And you see they actually went and kept doing it, because like I said before, it would be certain games where some things were working and we just stopped doing it. And, you know, the team would come back, and now all of a sudden it's like, okay, what do we do now? But I'm encouraged going into the bye week. We won. We're 2-2. That's all I could really ask for, you know, going into an early bye in the 1st quarter of the season. So we got to come out and play Buffalo next week, and that's going to be a real test. I would assume it's a real test because they haven't beaten anybody good yet. So we'll see. We're going to probably break it down in about 2 weeks. But for right now, since we're in a bye week, I'm going to just be going over stuff. Probably cover some of the league too, but hey, if y'all enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more. I'm gonna come out with more in the future, so see y'all later. Goodbye.